Well, believe it or not, the Snow King 55 is getting busy with the frame. Got the axle off, sitting back here, and I'm going to take off the rear cover there off the rear end tomorrow, because I believe there's more water in there, because you see some water right there on the floor from when I lowered it down. It was sitting outside for 2 or 3 weeks after they concreted the floor. But at least I've got that off, so now that was kind of a challenge. There were some spots like this one where the bolt was froze in there and I had to heat that booger up really hot. But and then these are kind of a different challenge too. They're threaded in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, I tried to pound them out. Well, they screw out. These are the shackles that I pulled out of there. And this side here is pretty well bent up. I've got new threaded pieces, and the bars, everything is new, but this side really was whooped. If you look at that threaded part there, it's got a bend, as well as that bolt there. That bolt threaded in, and it held them together. And so it's just interesting to see how they did it. And at the edge of each one of these screw-in things is threaded, and you put the grease zerk in there. So the grease, then they have a hole. And let me see if I can find it. It's out on one of them. Now here's one. You can kind of see the hole in the middle. So what happens is the grease comes in, goes out, goes around there, and yeah, that's how it works. These are the front bolts on the springs. You can see this one got a little wear and bend to it. So, and I didn't realize that the ends were knurled, so I'm trying to turn this to break it loose because it was frozen there. Well, you have to heat it up and then pound on it, but I didn't want to ruin it. But I mean, I'm going to put a new one in anyway, I guess. But they got threaded ends too. That's where it greases, and then there's a hole right there. This one did not have a grease zerk on the end of it. It fell out. So, and you can see the difference. This side had the grease zerk, and I was able to take the nut off and able to drive that out with no problem. This one was a trick to do, but we got it. So the rear end is going to be slowly disassembled, but I'm going to start focusing on this frame first before I even start with that. So we're going to get busy and start cutting out pieces, putting in new, and especially down over in there, that's a really rotten spot down in there, so that's got to be fixed. But this is the other side. I've got to cut the rivets off in order to get it out of there, and which shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'll just take the cutting wheel and the grinder and be able to do that. Pop them out, then I'll just put bolts back in. But anyway, we got everything off. Most everything had to be heated. I started out without taking the shocks off, and here are the shocks. And you can see I twisted a bolt off, doggone it. So that's going to be a fun thing to get out. I didn't heat it hot enough. The rest of them all came out, but I got them all cherry red. So, but anyway, that's kind of where we're at. So, just thought I'd let you know the update on the 36 truck. It's in progress. So, I just want to stay focused and get her done. Thanks for watching.